What made the United States the global powerhouse it is today? Our journey begins in the late 18th century with the birth of a nation that was to become a symbol of democracy and freedom across the globe. Yes, the United States of America. Born out of a fierce desire for independence, it was the Revolutionary War that first set the United States on its path to greatness. This was a time when 13 colonies made a bold stand against the mighty British Empire, demanding their right to self-governance. Their victory in the Revolutionary War was more than just a military triumph. It was a roar of defiance that echoed across the world, a beacon of hope to all those yearning for freedom. But the true foundation of the United States was laid with the drafting and signing of the Constitution. This remarkable document, born out of wisdom and foresight, set the framework for a democratic nation. It established the principles of federalism, checks and balances, separation of powers and individual rights, creating a government that is by the people, for the people. The United States then embarked on a journey of growth and expansion with the Louisiana Purchase. This monumental event doubled the size of the nation, paving the way for westward expansion. The acquisition of vast fertile lands led to a boom in agriculture and industry, fueling the growth of the young nation. Each of these events, in its own way, contributed to the making of the United States. From the heroic battles of the Revolutionary War to the profound wisdom of the Constitution and the ambitious expansion westward, it was these defining moments that shaped the United States into the nation it is today. So what made the United States the global powerhouse it is today? It was the spirit of independence, the pursuit of democracy, and the relentless drive for growth. In its infancy, the United States was already setting the stage for greatness. How did a nation divided catapult itself into an industrial titan? A question that brings us to a transformative era in the United States history, the Industrial Revolution. This period, spanning from the late 18th to the early 20th century, marked a shift from an agrarian economy to one dominated by industry and machine manufacturing. What set the stage for this seismic shift? The invention of the cotton gin in the late 18th century played a pivotal role. This machine drastically increased the efficiency of cotton production, leading to the rapid expansion of the cotton industry, particularly in the southern states. However, this growth was deeply intertwined with a dark chapter in American history: slavery. As the cotton industry grew, so did the demand for enslaved labor. This led to a stark divide between the industrializing North and the agrarian, slaveholding South, culminating in the Civil War in the mid-19th century. A war fought not only on battlefields but also in the hearts and minds of the American people, grappling with the moral implications of slavery. The Civil War, while devastating, led to the abolishment of slavery with the ratification of the 13th Amendment. A new dawn in American history, but one that came with its own challenges. The nation was left to reckon with the economic, social, and political aftermath of a brutal war, and the dismantling of an institution that had been woven into its fabric for centuries. But the United States, true to its resilient spirit, did not falter. It embarked on a period of reconstruction, rebuilding its economy, infrastructure, and societal structures. This paved the way for an unprecedented era of industrial growth. Innovations in technology and infrastructure, such as the expansion of the railroad system, fueled the nation's rise as an industrial powerhouse. Indeed, the United States' journey through the Industrial Revolution and the Civil War was fraught with challenges and marked by profound change. But it's through these trials and tribulations that the nation's resilience and innovative spirit shone through. Even in the face of division and war, the United States found ways to advance and prosper. How did the United States navigate the tumultuous 20th century and come out on top? As we delve into the stormy waters of the 20th century, we find the United States grappling with global conflicts and internal strife, yet also paving the way for groundbreaking advancements. The two world wars were defining periods for the United States, catapulting it onto the global stage. In the First World War, the U.S. played a crucial role as a late entrant, tipping the balance in favor of the Allies. The Second World War saw the United States emerge as a global superpower, with its military might and industrial strength steering the Allies to victory. But it wasn't just about war. The post-war era ushered in an economic boom that transformed the United States into a prosperous nation. The roar of the factories was replaced by the hum of the suburbs as a new middle class blossomed. the 20th century was also a time of social upheaval. The civil rights movement of the 60s fought against racial segregation and discrimination, championing the cause of equality. This was a period of courage and conviction, of sit-ins and freedom rides, of Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. It was a time when the United States strived to live up to its promise of liberty and justice for all. And then, there was the space race. When Neil Armstrong took that one small step on the moon in 1969, it wasn't just a victory for the United States, but for all of humanity. The space race propelled the United States to new heights, literally and figuratively, marking its dominance in science and technology. As the century rolled on, the technological revolution took hold. The rise of the internet changed everything, from how we communicate to how we work. The United States, with its innovative spirit and entrepreneurial drive, was at the heart of this transformation. The 20th century was a time of change and progress, and the United States was at the forefront. What defines the United States in the 21st century? As we step into this modern era, the United States stands tall as a global superpower. This is a nation that has always been at the forefront of change, continually pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Its influence in global politics and economics is undeniable, making it a major player on the world stage. One of the defining aspects of the United States in the 21st century is its technological advancements. From Silicon Valley's cutting-edge startups to the giants of tech like Google and Apple, the country is a hotbed of innovation. This drive for technological progress has not only shaped the United States, but has also transformed the world. It has revolutionized industries, redefined communication, and even changed the way we live our day-to-day lives. Yet with great power comes great responsibility. As a global superpower, the United States faces numerous challenges. There are pressing issues such as climate change, economic inequality, and geopolitical instability that require immediate attention. And let's not forget the world's ongoing struggle with pandemics, where the United States has a major role to play in global health initiatives. But the United States is not one to shy away from challenges. Instead, it rises to meet them head-on. The nation is known for its problem-solving prowess, leveraging its technological might and influencing global policies to address these issues. It's about creating solutions that not only benefit the United States but also contribute to global progress. Moreover, the United States continues to be a beacon of democracy, promoting freedom, human rights, and equality on an international scale. Its democratic principles and values have been instrumental in shaping the world order, inspiring nations globally. The United States is more than just a country, it's an idea, a symbol of possibility. Despite the challenges and complexities of the 21st century, the United States continues to lead and innovate, paving the way for a brighter and more inclusive future. The United States continues to lead and innovate in the 21st century. So what is the secret to the success of the United States? As we've journeyed through the evolution of this great nation, we've seen some common threads woven into the fabric of its history. The United States, from its birth, has been a nation built on principles of democracy and freedom. It's a place where individuals have the right to express their opinions, to vote, to dream, and to pursue those dreams. These are not just abstract concepts, but they are the heartbeat of the nation, the lifeblood that fuels its progress. Let's take a step back and look at the Industrial Revolution and the Civil War. These were times of significant change, both socially and economically. The United States could have faltered, could have been torn apart by the strain, but it didn't. Why? Because it has an innate ability to adapt and innovate. It's a nation that doesn't shy away from change but embraces it, uses it as a stepping stone to leap towards the future. And then there were the times when the United States emerged as a global superpower. It was not just about military might or economic power. It was about resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. It was about a nation that had the courage to stand up for what it believed in, to fight for justice and equality, even when the odds were stacked against it. So, what's the secret to the success of the United States? It's not just one thing, it's a combination of factors. A commitment to democracy and freedom, an ability to adapt and innovate, resilience in the face of adversity. But perhaps most importantly, it's about a nation that isn't afraid to dream big, to take risks, to push the boundaries of what's possible. The United States' success can be attributed to a combination of factors, but at its core, it's about a nation that isn't afraid to dream big, take risks, and continually strive for a